Game day and game time once again, and we're back here at the Filoil EcoOil Center in San Juan. And of course, what else? This is the 16th Filoil EcoOil Preseason Cup. My name is Benji Santiago, alongside with me is Coach Mike Perez. And we have this game to cover for all of you and bring you an exciting ball game between Colegio de San Juan de Letran Knights going up against the Lyceum of the Philippines University Pirates. Hello and welcome, everybody. How are you all doing once again? And once again, we're back here, Coach Mike. And this promises to be an exciting ball game. And later on, syempre, ayoko na sabihin. Bahala na kayo, alam nyo na yan.
Yeah.
Dito muna tayo mag-focus sa game na ihahatid natin. Ano? Okay, Coach Mike. So, ito, ang LPU Pirates will be going up against itong ang Letran Knights. And you were making mention to me earlier na very, very important ball game and to come up with a win for these two teams.
Yep, at last week we had the Battle of Katipunan. Ngayon naman, digmaan ng Intramuros ito, mga eskwelahan na ito. Okay. So we have Lyceum and Intramuros, magkapit bahay sa Intramuros, and really a must-win for both teams. I think both teams would wanna keep their winning streak alive, as Lyceum on a 2-game win streak. Samantalang Letran naman, naka 3-game win streak sila. At napaka-importante dahil placing ang magiging implications nito coming into the elimination games.
So, yeah, of course, we're going to let you take a look at our team standings so far, the progress and development of the teams that you are rooting for and supporting, and including these two teams who are just about to do battle. Of course, we're going to be taking a look dito sa Group A ng ating team standings dahil nandyan itong dalawang teams ang Letran Knights. They sporting a 4-1 win-loss card. At ito namang Lyceum Pirates is sporting a 3-2 win-loss card. So, magkapit-bahay nga, sabi mo, pero basically, halos dikit din, ano?
Oh, yeah.
Showing natin, ano? Bantala, ito namang sa kabila naman tayo para dito sa Letran Knights, although they're sporting just a win ahead, ano? Laban dito sa LPU Pirates. Pero we will see, of course, kung paano nilang ang magiging diskarte naman nila coming into this ball game. So we're just about all set and ready. And let's turn you over sa ating venue announcer, kay Ryan.
Good afternoon, basketball fans. Live from the Filoil EcoOil Center in San Juan City. This is our third game of our quadruple header. Day 15 of competition for your 16th Filoil EcoOil Preseason Cup. It's the game between the LPU Pirates versus the Colegio San Juan de Letran Knights. Let's meet the starters first. For the LPU Pirates, small forward number 2, Eno Valdez. Power forward number 13, Guy Montano. Center number 15, Genesis Aviles. Point guard number 18, Vincent Cunana. Shooting guard number 3, John Marba. Head coach for your LPU Pirates is Mr. Gilbert Malabana. And now let's give it up for your Letran Knights. Small forward, number 39, Kobe Brian Monhead. Power forward, number 74, Joseph Nuna. Center, number 23, Ken Brillantes. Point guard, number 31, Brian Alarcon. And shooting guard number 10, Deo Kuwaha. Head coach for the Letran Knights is Mr. Renzi Mahar.
All right, the introduction of the starters have already been made, and here we take a look. This is going to be the starting five for both teams. Right now, there on your screens, para rito sa magkabila LPU and Letran going head-to-head in this ball game. So welcome once again, everybody. And I do believe we're actually being broadcast live on Solar Sports. And naku, yun nga lang kanina, nakalimutan kong banggitin. Yung Kalos Sports. Suot natin on cam. Mamaya dun sa ating second game na i-cover. Actually, third game na po ito sa schedule ng 16th Filoil EcoOil Preseason Cup. We play quadruple header basically every game day. And ayun nga, This is the third game already. And then the fourth game, a little later on, of course, it's between Ateneo and Lasal lang. Yun lang.
Oh, yeah. And we expect this place to be packed later on.
In the meantime, LPU Pirates, 2 tries underneath and still a failure. And that was, we saw the last touch. Aviles Barba was trying to score earlier at close range for the LPU Pirates. There we go right now, the offense here of the Letran Knights.
Well, surprisingly, on the starting lineups, we don't have Kurt Rayson, who so far has been leading the Letran Knights for the most part in their games. Stat-wise, he's been in the last game, 20 points, 2 rebounds, 8 assists to go with 2 steals. And importante din, shooting 50% from the field in the last game. So, tignan natin kung ano magiging impact niya dito sa all-important game against Lyceum.
Both teams are waiting for the first basket. Dahil yung mga nasa bench, nakatayo pa sila. Di ba sila pwedeng umupo? Play broken up. It stays for LPU Pirates. 14 on their shot clock. Quahao touching the ball last.
Yeah, Inundag doing a good check on who else but the go-to guy of Lyceum, Enoch Valdez, of course. When you talk about points and almost every stat there is, and you're speaking of Lyceum, you cannot help but mention the name of Enoch Valdez.
And that's the three-pointer. And that's the first basket in this game. Para sa LPU Pirates. Ano nangyari sa'yo, Ryan? Di mo oh, well. Pagod na siguro. Anyways.
That time around, straight on 3. Defense sagged a bit. You allowed him to take that shot, and I guess he's gonna make it, Montaño.
Later on, joining us for coverage is Sara Asido, who will be at courtside to report to us things that she was able to find out, or things that she could actually inform us and our viewers of what's happening between these two teams. As Letran still on the search, and finally there it is. The basket for Letran. Alarcon delivering with a floater.
Well, we've talked a lot about Harold Alarcon, but there's also a Brian Alarcon here on the NCAA side talking about for the Letran Knights, and he promises to make a name by himself.
Short with a 3 for LPU Pirates. And here comes Letran Knights down by 1. This is Alarcon with the basketball, trying to shake off his defender. Go, who came off the bench for Ken Brillantes earlier. And how about that? Wow, burying a 3. And all of a sudden they find themselves up by 2.
And Quaho's been one of those guys that can actually hit it from the outside. I liked how they hit that roller on the middle and tried to search for shooters on the outside. That time around, Quaho was the one who sank that in.
Enoch Valdez with a pass in the corner. They try to get closer here. The jumper won't go. Offensive rebound underneath. And that's going to be a foul. Aviles actually, with that offensive rebound. See Rafael Go on tinawagan with that foul. And 2 free throws.
Yeah, and Rafael Go used to cover him way back in the Metro League during the post-pandemic, I think roughly about 2021. And this guy's grown really huge back in the days when, you know, Kai Soto Talk was starting. There was also a Rafael Go that was forming a name for himself. And we're just happy to see him here at the program of the Letran Knights.
In the meantime, 1 of 2 in that trip to the line for Aviles. It's 5-4 right now. Letran Knights still up 1 here in the first quarter of play. So Brian Alarcon with the ball distribution chores here for Letran. The pass inside, deflected out. Shot clock at 10. It stays with Letran.
Well, not really the way that you want to finish a backdoor cut. That's a very difficult pass coming off a backdoor. Normally, you try to bounce it about at least 3/4 of the way behind the defender.
Quahao, another 3, and another basket from beyond the arc.
Oh boy, and right now, all the 3 sinking so far for the Letran Knights. At saka mahirap dun yung tira challenge, hindi naman basta libre. There's a hand in front of him and he makes it.
Samantala, itong LPU always attacking the basket.
Yep.
Barba is fouled.
Well, of course, itong as you see this inside move right there, drop step resulting on that foul. And Barba's one of those paint guys that can actually produce for Coach Gilbert Malabana. Lyceum not really known for their threes. They're really more inside.
That's what we have been seeing so far from them.
And you see that in the mold of, because their leader is Enoch Valdez, is really more of a perimeter guy.
And of course, it's been quite a while. Long time no see, Coach Joe Lipa, commissioner ng ating 16th Filoil EcoOil Preseason Cup.
And I'm sure he wouldn't want to miss this day because of that second game too. But this was equally exciting here, Lyceum and Letran.
Totoo yan. Sabi mo nga, ano to, encounter Intramuros ba?
Digmaan ng Intramuros.
Digmaan ng Intramuros.
Labanan ng kanyon to.
Another three for Letran. Oh! Wow! Man, oh man, that hand has got to be flaming hot right now.
Yeah, it's 3 out of 3 from beyond, and Letran's 3 out of 4.
Nope, no continuation in that play for LPU. Foul downstairs.
And you know that he's a natural 3 shooter because of the way that he strokes it. Just one motion all in and holding that follow through too.
Grabe.
Pero ito makikita mo ang kaibahan talaga ng Lyceum at saka ng Letran. No? They're really more into dribble penetrations, more of the middle game.
Ken Brillantes started this ball game. I don't know what happened very early. He was lifted, goes back to the bench, and now he returns to action here for Coach Renzi Bahara. Up by 5. And O'Malley underneath. Look at that size of the body that he has, and who can stop him when he's close to the basket.
That's right. And he's actually the second leading scorer on an average standpoint for Lyceum, having 9, second only to Enoch, who's got 18 per game.
Yun yung sinasabi na throwing your weight around.
Yeah.
For O'Malley, about LPU.
And what you love about O'Malley is he knows how to use his body, you know, and he's really also got really good lower body strength. So that leg is helping him move more efficiently inside.
Ako rin naman I know how to use my body. Not in basketball though.
Because there are other sports.
As a long pass, has yet to score here in this ball game. Siya yung inaabangan natin dito. Binabanggit-banggit ko na to si Enoch Valdez.
Yeah, and that's the point that we were saying. Kanina, nakasag na in defense. He was on 3, hindi pa rin niya tinira, diba? He had to wait for his teammates because he's really more comfortable inside the perimeter game.
And a shot from the outside that falls short here for LPU. And here comes Letran the other way. They are up by 3. How about that shot? Nice pump fake underneath Rafael Go.
Yep, and continually making a name for himself, this young man from the Letran Knights.
Is it okay if I say there's no stopping Rafael Go?
Oh, yeah.
13-8 right now. Just having a lot of fun here. 4 minutes and 22. Yun nga lang, pangalawa na ito ni Rafael Go. After he made a basket, then he commits a foul on the other side of the court.
And you like that, you know, the teams are actually taken on by the identity of their coaches. Coach Renzi Bahar is a shooter from the outside. You see those threes knocking in. Samantalang ito naman si Coach Gilbert, more of perimeter guy ito. Efficiently, you know, post-ups, middle range game.
Sa totoo lang naman, mas malaki din naman si Gilbert Malabana kaysa kay Renzi Bahar.
Correct.
Different roles where they were actively playing. Yun na! Enoch Valdez. Hindi naman pala. Kailangan lang, mentionin lang natin ang mentionin. And then he responds.
Yeah. One of the very few times that you see Enoch attempting a 3.
And LPU not exactly known for their shots from the outside. Samantala, speaking of shots from the outside, that one was a miss for Letran earlier. Chance to tie here, maybe take the lead for LPU. O'Malley.
Right. Told you, O'Malley knows how to get that separation, initiating that contact underneath, getting that shoulder on the chest of Rafael Go and testing how far it would go.
That's like bulldozing his way inside.
Yep.
Time ball game at 13. It's going to be a push here against Letran.
Look at that. Drop step, shoulder in chest, and Rafael Go just couldn't do anything. He did the right thing too. Just raise your hand up. Yes, you don't want to send him to the free throws for bonus attempts.
Wide-bodied. It's like you're guarding two players.
Well, yeah.
Ken Brillantes called for a foul. But Letran is already in penalty, and that'll pave the way for O'Malley to be shooting free throws here for LPU.
The shooting percentage-wise pretty high for Letran. They're shooting at about 60% early in the first quarter.
Over 3 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. 2 missed free throws for O'Malley.
And this guy right here, Kurt Rayson's really been the main man for Letran.
Grabe, no? Papasok ang 3 minuto, tsaka pinasok pa lamang for the first time in this ball game to si Kurt Rayson.
Oh,
How about
wow.
that one?
Kaho just showing us different ways of attacking the basket now.
Yeah, and he's got 11 points here in the first period. Enoch Valdez missing with a baseline jumper. Rayson right now. Attacking the drop pass inside. Nice move.
Wow, and Coach Gilbert has seen enough.
Out of yard with that basket. So take a look at Kurt Rayson. The things he could do for his teammates, making them look good. And going to the timeout, up 4 is Letran against LPU.
Official arbiter, Flash Express and Hayes. Ayusin na po sa ating mga Filoil fans. Pakipatay lang po ang flash kayo ng cellphone. Salamat po.
It's a battle between the China Lyceum as the Knights lead the game 17-13. Sa nakarangang pagsabak ng dalawang teams na ito ay pareho silang nakasungkit ng panalo. Ang Knights halos lahat nag-step up, lahat nag-perform at bit-bit pa rin nila ngayon ang saya mula sa panalong iyon. Habang ang Pirates naman ay nakikitang advantage nila ngayon ang kanilang fast break points. Pero sino nga bang babalik sa Intramuros na dala-dala ang panalo sa araw na ito? Benji and Coach Mike?
Yun, nakaalamin natin, pero maaga pa to figure it out. So far, Letran is up by 4, 17-13. And now, 2.5 remaining here in the first period. Different styles of plays that we have been seeing from these two teams. Pero ngayon, mukhang nahahawa na shooting from the outside itong LPU, but they missed that chance. Although for Letran, Quahao has 3 3-pointers.
Yep.
And earlier with a runner, first guy in double figures is Kurt Rayson right now setting up the play, going inside. Ikot ang bola, corner 3, that's short. They get it back. Picks it out, Kurt Rayson might as well set it up once again. Rayson,
What a
some
pass!
inside. Ken Brillantes. Nakita pa yun ni Kurt Rayson.
Grabe yung shovel pass na yun. I mean, you can't fault it on si Kurt Rayson for those passes. Nasana yan, ang kasama niya, sila Ato Olar before, yung nakaka-receive ng passes sa kanya back then. And right now, he's really the one helping mold these big men of the Knights.
Sometimes it's the actually the duties of some of the new players to adjust
Correct.
to your playmaker.
Yeah, but look at this one. Try to play a little bit with that rock and then just shoveling it right at the heart of the defense.
Flash Express pass of the game brought to you by Flash Express.
This guy naman, CJ Alatica, I got to cover him in another league. I think it's also in the Metro League, if I'm not mistaken. This guy, if he's not a teammate or he went up against Rafael Go, this guy's kind of like a Dennis Rodman player, si CJ. Very forceful when he goes for those rebounds.
Kala ko kasi ganyan siya mag-free throw. One of two that time around. 19-14. Letran by 5. 96 seconds remaining here in the first.
Yeah, Lyceum now trying to get that ball out of the hands of Kurt Rayson, making others create up front, but Rayson able to still get the rock.
Brillantes. That's going to be contact away from the ball here. Spotted.
I like how Letran, when they get that on that two-man side of the court, especially on that pinch, that three-man side does what's called a gaggle, where you have the wings and the corners and the post moving on different spots.
Omandak was called for that foul away from the basketball. That's Letran actually, who's already in penalties. Kirk Rayson, jumper from the outside, just hit the front rim. And ball will go the other way now.
And this game is actually a must-win for both because, you know, yung seeding nga, yung pinag-uusapan natin, you want to end up at least in the top 3 para wala nang complications ng play-in.
Yep.
I feel that the magic number of wins would be 7. So with these teams very close to that, they want to win the remaining of their games.
Letran commits another foul there in penalty, and O'Malley will go back to the line for 2 free throws.
And that's just going to be a difficult cover. I mean, the man is literally bulldozing himself inside. Wide-bodied and all with that broad shoulder. Very hard to stop.
Somebody in front of him, somebody behind him. Yeah. And here he is, gets fouled. Earlier missing both free throws, but now getting the first one, and this strip. Sean O'Malley. So he's got 5 points in the ball game, splitting his charities, and Letran with a basketball. Extra pass, Kurt Rayson in the corner, well covered. Let's see how this works out for Letran.
Wow.
Too fancy for me.
Yeah, too fancy. It's too tight too.
Another foul on Letran.
And Ariar felt maybe that he was going to make that, but he was really too far in too deep for that layup shot.
So Peñafiel will be given a chance to get himself on the scoreboard. Falls short on the first free throw. There was like no way na papasok yun. Masyado nang malalim eh. Yun nga may tulak sa likod.
Correct. And samantala, yung first free throw naman niya didn't have enough lift. So that ball was really flat. What you want to do is what coaches would teach their players is you get enough air underneath the ball so that the ring looks a lot bigger as opposed to shooting it flat.
Letran hanging on to a 3-point lead, 19-16.
And the offense really of Letran starts with this guy, Kurt Rayson.
O'Malley coming up with a shot block, saving the ball from going out. LPU the other way. Down by 3 and down by 1 right now. Sakto lang to end the first quarter of play between these two teams from Intramuros. They have something going on between them. Love thy neighbors, as they say, but in basketball, let's see who gets the win. But this is just the first quarter that has been over. O'Malley underneath there has been bulldozing his way to get those points. Rayson coming off the bench and wowing the crowd that we have here in San Juan with that kind of a pass. And how about this basket to keep it close for LPU, ending up the first 10 minutes of play, 19-18. Letran just up by 1. Back here at the Filoil EcoOil Center in San Juan. We're just about to bring you the second quarter of action. Muli po Benji Santiago, Coach Mike Perez, Sara Asido at courtside. And this is Letran versus Lyceum. And it's Letran is hanging on to just that's 1 point lead that they have. As we get things going for the second period, O'Malley underneath, who's going to stop him?
So far, that's been the question that's left unanswered here. Letran having no response for O'Malley inside the paint in the same way that they haven't had any response for Quahaw naman on the 3 points.
Now it's Lyceum on top by one. Good stop there by LPU.
Oh,
Nice
wow.
crossover move.
Wow.
How about that move by Villegas?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, most probably, I don't know what happened. He seems to be wincing in pain. But we just witnessed this kind of a move. Look at that. Now you see me there. Now you don't because I'm right over here. Gets it to go in an early timeout that's been called here by Letran.
Lamang ng Filoil sponsor sa Knights 22-19. Bit-bit nga ni John Barba ngayon ang kumpiyansa kahit ba defending champion ng liga nila ang kalapat nila. He always makes sure that what they did during the practice magre-reflect yun sa game. Kabilin-bilinan nga sa kanila ni Coach Gilbert na maging aggressive both on offense and defense. Bago nga pala sumalang sa larong to si John, nagkape munaan niya siya. Nawawala raw kasi ang kaba niya pag umiinom ito bago sumalang sa laro. Kayo ba, Benji and Coach Mike? Nakapagkape na ba kayo?
Wala akong hilig sa kape.
Ako kakakape ko lang. Alam mo yan, ang day starter ko palagi, coffee.
Tsaka naalala ko pa doon sa report ni Sarah kanina. Kabilin-bilinan daw. Ha? Sabi ko, kabilin-bilinan yun ng lola mo. Lola ko. And by the way, gusto ko lang palang magpasalamat sa iyo, Coach Mike. At lalong-lalo na sa iyong may bahay. Dahil dun sa napakasarap na home-cooked adobo.
Yeah.
Hindi ako usually half rice lang ako eh. Kanina,
Nasira yung diet.
Gusto ko pa mag-extra rice. 24-22 for Letran. LPU, second chance. But still close one here. But still here in the first half. Raisin. They'll be given 2 free throws. Talk about quick awareness. Hearing the whistle, puts it up. Simon Peñafiel at tinawagan ng foul.
Grabe yung burst of speed na yun ni Kurt Rayson. I mean, to be able to attack front court with the ball in your hand at that speed and stay in control, it really goes to show you the kind of preparation na ginagawa nitong si Kurt Rayson.
Doon pang ngiti-ngiti siya, natatawa siya sa sarili niya, hindi niya na ipasok yung free throw pagkatapos mong puri-purihin, Coach Mike.
Pero meron pa isang player ng Letran, Benji, na I'm really looking forward to see more on the floor. And I'm talking about Kyle Tolentino. I mean, the guy I feel is parang still holding up on his potential. We'll see that performance too eventually because that guy is really good.
Well, this is a perfect avenue for those kind of players. Kaya nga preseason cup tayo. Yeah. They're prepping up, they're getting ready, and kumbaga, sabi nga natin, they're trying to put some finesse on what they intend to show in the regular seasons of the respective leagues. How about that? Yun ang nagkape sa ere, si Kurt Rayson.
Yun ang nagkape talaga, grabe. Siguro kasama ni Barba to nagkape kanina.
Grabe.
Napasarap, grabe. Nakita mo yun? And half of that is because of the ball and the man movement. You see that pass inside pocket. Ooh, clear finish ball on the post, let that top guy dive, and see him free it up for that looper. Wow.
He could really put on a show. Kurt Grayson here for
Yeah.
Letran.
And you see that level of confidence because he's seen back when he was much younger playing alongside the veterans who are now mga kasama niyang nasa pro leagues na. And this guy's really something else.
I think so. Really looking up for Kurt Grayson for Letran as they're up. Ginaya yata yung tira nila. Hindi nga lang pumasok. But there's another chance here para sa panig ng LPU. So Aviles scoring with a putback.
So far, the Pirates out-rebounding Letran 12-9. The power inside of the bigs.
Kurt Grayson changing hands. That time it's a miss. They got it back. Well, some hustle play here for Letran in trying to get more possessions against LPU. Shot clock down to 5 right now. A 3 on its way. Nope. Another offensive rebound for Letran that time. Is it going to be another foul on Peñafiel?
Just a time jump right there off that shot from the outside on that miss. Ariar able to time his jump.
Kent Ariar.
That's a unique name. Kent.
Oh, well, you can't, but you can.
Yeah.
I don't know. Adobo mo yun eh.
I think no adobo.
Ano-ano pumapasok sa isip ko.
Si Kurt Razor, we were talking about Kurt kanina. Nakita mo yung kumpiyansa niya. Let's not forget, the guy also played under Fran Yu, who's a really good point guard. I mean, that guy's boosting with confidence, and he's not going to back down on anyone.
Letran bought 5. Enoch Valdez is back on the floor here for LPU. He just lost the basketball. The swarming defense of Letran. That's Kurt Grayson setting up the half-court offense here of the Knights. Grayson thought about it. Goes with a Pinoy step. Got blocked. Enoch Valdez with the basketball and fouled in the backcourt.
And Rayson knew he was in trouble after not getting that look on the other end because he thought there was a guy free on that wing that was going to lift. And so he was forced to make that turnover.
Two team fouls right now on Letran. Both of them in the same boat. Approaching the 6-minute mark, and another foul given up here by Letran. That's going to be the 3rd team foul. That was Squahao. Oh, hindi. Di Guarino pala to. Si Guarino.
Yeah. That quick inbound right there coming out of what's called a pistol action, where you throw that ball and try to chase it and get a handoff back. That's the chase option of that offense, ng pistol. They always try to get that ball on the post because they know that's where they're going to score more.
Higher percentage, as they say, when you're near the basket.
Yeah.
Keeping it close. It's LPU just down by 3. Santos. An offensive foul. Moving pick. It's going to be called on Letran.
I think that's on Monje.
Si Kobe.
Yeah.
Brian Monje. They're picking up on those fouls once again. They're in penalty already. The next fouls they're going to give up.
Yeah.
Ito na will mean shooting free throws for LPU.
Exactly. Ang mabigat pa nun, yung fouls na they're committing is the offensive end. Pagbalik nila sa depensa, they have to defend against the post. Yes, this is the second time that we're seeing in succession them going to the post. Kaya ang ginagawa nila, they're trying to push them outside of the low block. But as they do that, they're committing fouls.
Barba makes the first free throw.
Barba in their last game was 12 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. So this guy can also play on the post.
1 of 2 in that trip for Barba. Lead has been cut down to 2, 29-27. It's Letran with the basketball with the slight lead here. Approaching halfway here in the second period. Jumper did not go here. Kevin Santos with that miss. And let's see at the other end, another foul.
Yeah.
On Letran.
Actually, in setup na yun, very dangerous for Letran because you have that side ball screen with that left side clear out for a dive by Aviles. Everybody's on the right side. Ano, baka napaganda pa nga nag-foul na lang sila dahil yun sigurado makakakuha ng 2 points. At least dito, you earn it 2 attempts before you get those 2 points.
Problem para rito sa Letran. They will have the lead. Then all of a sudden, getting themselves in penalty. And unti-unti, that lead is going to be chopped down because yung LPU will be shooting free throws. Right. And that's the way. Right now, it's all tied up, 29 all.
Right. And in a way, parang dito mo nakikita yung impact ng three-pointer versus the perimeter game. Ano? If you're very efficient in your perimeter and your opponent just keeps hoisting it from the outside, you eventually can chip away on that deficit.
Enoch Valdez naman ang matatawagan ng foul here. Only his first. And that's only the third here para sa LPU.
He tried to gamble on that pass, but he was too late.
Oh! Here he goes again. That's already his fourth three-pointer here in the first half.
And he just takes it with so much confidence.
So hindi pa pala naubusan. Ito si Quahao. In the meantime, the foul keeps on continuing here. To be called against Letran.
Well, each and every time that ball is getting to the post, and that's where the fouls are coming. How do you stop that? Well, for one, once that ball gets on the wing, you have to pressure that wing. And then on the post side, maybe you can front him and have somebody help from the back so that if the pass is off the top, the other guy on the back side can take that ball.
I mean, to consider they're still having their way, trying to get the ball inside near the basket. Wala pa kasi umali, nasa bench pa.
Correct.
Isa pa yun.
At saka the way that Lyceum is actually getting that post guy, they're using what's called a UCLA cut where you get a pick from the top before you go to the post.
There you go. Continues to pound it inside.
Heft and tenacity on the boards. More Pirates advantage.
Parang ang dating ng LPU, they're playing yung mga big man's role.
Yeah.
Get it inside.
Parang old school basketball.
Yes. Height is might.
Yeah. And defensively, they're clogging that lane really well.
Forced shot that time around for Quahao. But he's got 4 3-pointers. And somebody left behind on the floor here. LPU, one of the players.
I think that's Barba. Yeah.
It seems to be A-okay. It's just maagaw yung souvenir na nakuha niya. I don't know if you can still catch that. That's going to be a coach's challenge here.
Yeah.
Teka muna, mukhang tama yung coach's challenge. Let's see,
Saw that elbow getting in front. Not really, didn't look like a shooting shot. A shooting motion, rather. That elbow was too far out.
Parang... Is that the thing they're reviewing here now? Nakita nyo naman,
See that again. Oh. I think it barely hit him. I'm not sure. But definitely that elbow was out
camera,
there.
The elbow was out there.
Yeah,
I don't think it hit anybody.
Yeah. The elbow was out, but if it hit, we're not so sure.
Okay, we're going to be finding out from Ryan. .32 all as of the moment. 3 minutes and 49 remaining here in the first half.
And it's not like Barba had his chin offered to be a target of that elbow. He was really just trying to contest that shot. I see the coaching staff both waiting for the decision.
Okay, what I don't understand is that the referees are still conferring with each other. Coach Jolipa was right there, most probably handed out his decision on what they were able to see. And then, they still haven't figured out. So, what's really going on? Ayan, si ate tuloy. Ayan, may nag-text.
Hindi na yata text ngayon, messenger na yata.
Ganun na ba? Oh. May nag-message ate. Ako yun. Ayun lang. Well, what I'm just wondering about is that
it's taking too long for the decision. Yeah.
From the table na nandun sila ko, yan, okay na.
There's no challenge.
What are you talking? Ano? Then why did we stop the action?
John Barba for faking a foul.
Okay.
That is something that I was actually expecting to be announced. That it was faking a foul for John Barba. He was even left behind some backcourt. So there was no challenge. Okay. Okay, let's just get on. Move on na tayo. Move on. All right, 32 all. 3 minutes and 45 remaining here in the first half. And all tied up. LPU could get back the lead here. Yes, they do. Ayun, John Barba. Sabi niya, okay, sige na nga. Basketball na lang ang lalaroin ko. Hindi na muna ako mag-acting-acting. 34-32 for LPU.
Yeah, and the offense of Letran slowed down a little bit without Kurt Ration initiating that ball screen action.
Offensive rebound, pero Kevin Santos could not put up a shot. A foul has been called underneath. Aviles will be called for the contact. That's the fourth team foul ng LPU. Just going to be an inbound play here for Letran.
Finally, they get Kurt in.
Si Kurt, di mo alam kung seryoso. Nagbibiro lang. Lagi nakangiti, no?
Oh, good pull-up. Good pull-up.
Wow, he's got 13 points in the ball game, leading all scorers. Still got that nice touch.
Yeah, he saw that right side elbow area. Nobody was on it, so he just one burst of speed to get to that spot right there. And the good thing is he stopped and popped because kita niya yung big man, si Aviles, was there to stop him in case he wanted to go and drive.
And he knows how to move to get himself open.
Right. And so you players out there, very important, hindi lahat kailangan drive lahat sa loob. Sometimes you have to stop and pop and be in control on your 2 feet.
Well, the defense was able to get back right away for Letran.
That's right.
2 minutes and 20 remaining. All tied up at 34. LPU. Chance to take the lead once again. No, it's not going to happen that time. As Kurt Grayson right now with the basketball for Letran.
Oh, it's not really a good offensive set there for Lyceum. Aviles wanted Montaño to clear out for that two-man game because he wanted to go dive down on the post.
Ito lang, penalty ng LPU.
Tsaka layo ng foul, no? Nasa 3 points area pa.
Ito, Montaño giving up that foul. Now it's the chance of Letran to get into free throw shooting. Ito na si Umali, bumalik na para sa LPU.
So far, LPU going 10 of 18, 55%. Samantalang, this is just the, believe it or not, just the 5th free throw taken by Letran.
And Guarino taking care of the first. Split charities. A hairline lead for Letran, 35-34. Enoch Valdez from the corner gets back his own miss. Attacking
good
hands.
block.
And right now, Balba getting it back. Enoch in the other corner.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Ball gonna swing the other way.
Dribbled off his foot.
Yeah. He actually didn't have enough space on that baseline side, so I'm a bit surprised that he tried to force it going that way.
90 seconds before we end the first half. 35-34 for Letran. That's like a chess match between the coaches of these two teams. LPU. They get the lead back with John Barba. That's what I'm talking about. Just play ball.
Yeah.
That's what you're here for.
Yeah, Barbara was able to score that, but you see 4 blue shirts down there kaagad sa depensa. To your point, you mentioned, ang bilis bumaba ng Letran eh.
May talent scout man dito for basketball, not for showbiz.
Yeah, correct.
49 seconds.
Maybe going for no, they're not going for a 2-for-1 here.
Kurt Rayson anticipating his moves by the defenders. Here's Deathly Guarino, short. And now LPU with a 1-point lead.
Yeah.
Still plenty of time here. Difference of 8 seconds game clock and shot clock before we end the first or the second quarter.
There you go. That's what we were talking about earlier.
O'Malley. He decides for a pass, not for a shot. Both teams are already in penalty.
Yeah, O'Malley was, as he tried to go baseline, was actually expecting somebody from the top to dive because he saw that double already coming.
And for a little while, I was taking a look at him. He was most probably could go for the reverse.
Right, that's right.
Although there were 3 defenders around him, but he's wide-bodied and everything.
Yeah.
And they're both in penalty.
Could have gone for the finish. Yeah.
Ngayon, ito naman sa kabila, sila nag-foul, penalty. So free throws right now for Kurt Rayson. And a chance here for Letran to get back ahead before we end the first half.
Yep.
But of course, 16 seconds, that's still a lot of time here, and LPU will be getting the possession as they call a timeout here. So Letran just up by 137-36, 16 seconds, and we'll be taking a closer look at the play that will be designed here by LPU before we end the first half. All right, the time remaining 16 seconds. And of course, we're here at the Filoil EcoOil Center in San Juan. Big anticipation for the next game coming your way. It's the De La Salle University Green Archers going up against the Ateneo Blue Eagles.
As we were looking at Coach Gilbert Malabanan drawing up that play, ramdam mo talaga yung confidence na alam kung ano yung i-execute ka agad, no? You have to admire coaches who have that approach to the game.
It all starts with your leader, Ika nga, no? Kung mag-aalangan ka, mag-aalangan din yung mga players. But that's how they will respond. Enoch Valdez, what a three! He had been wanting that shot. He had tried about 3 or 4 times here in the first half, and finally, when they needed it most, he gets it, and that will be a morale booster for him when we enter the second half of action. As of now, it's 39-37 here for the LPU Pirates.
And the rebound controlled by EJ Abadan. Abadan makes his move. Looking crossover. The fadeaway. Sobra. And DJ Marcelo knocks out the rebound. Out of bounds. Nabalik ang bola kay Marcelo. Time being now is 146 so far. 3-1. Labang si EJ. And the si Marcelo. Taking two. He drives. Puts up a hook shot. Begin. And Abadan lumabas ang bola. Gets the rebound. He has a 2-point edge. A minute and 30. Drives left. The fadeaway. Wow. Such a beautiful to watch. This young man. 4-1. Nothing talaan. 120. Marcelo rims out on his jumper. And Abadan lumabas ang bola. 11 to shoot. Marcelo. Step back. Jerry Nichols. It doesn't. Then Marcelo out. 11 to shoot. Jump shot on its way. Nothing. At lumabas ang bola. Okay. Filoil EJ. 57 ticks. It's a comfortable 3-point lead. And here's EJ once more. Another fadeaway. And that time is long. At nakuha po rin Daniel Marcelo rebound. Lumabas ang bola. Marcelo with jump shot. Nope. At lumabas muli EJ Abadan. Final 40 seconds. He had a 3-point lead. 4-1. Abadan at low post. 8 to shoot. The turnaround. Wow. He has been prolific to this afternoon. 5-1. Marcelo, long tom, rims out. And he will just chew up the clock. He has a 4-point edge. 5-1. EJ now with 8 to shoot. EJ with a jumper. Nothing this time. 11 ticks. Marcelo, long two. Yes. Pero too little, too late for him. The clock is ticking at 5 seconds. And looks like EJ Abadan wins this one and will advance. He has the highest point in this match, 5 points to 3 in favor of EJ Abadan. That's our Games 101 Field of Arthur.
We are at the half. It's a close ball game and it's LPU Pirates leading just by 2 points. Laban dito sa Colegio de San Juan de Letran Knights, 39-37 from what we have seen here. Letran will have their eye on the basket, especially Quahao burning hot with those hoops from the outside. O'Malley was the one taking it inside for LPU. And of course the entry of Kurt Rayson announcing his presence on the court. And how about this crossover move here for the LPU Pirates? One highlight after another for Kurt Rayson of Letran. And LPU just doing their thing, crashing the boards and getting it with those higher percentage shots at close range. And from all of those things that have happened here, it's just a 2-point ball game and it's LPU leading just by 2 points. And here are the numbers, Coach Mike.
Well, you see, very efficient from the field. Almost equal itong dalawang teams na to, but the 55% of Lyceum really coming from their shots from close range, most of them coming out of the post. And you see there yung dalawang story actually ng game. Lyceum out-rebounding Letran, but Letran out-assisting itong Lyceum because yung mga puntos nila on the low block is really, I guess they're trying to muscle inside, no? At sariling sikap yung sa ilalim, samantalang with the distribution of Kurt Rayson, there's really more ball distribution on the Letran side. Steals side of Letran, turnovers committed, and they made them pay naman itong Letran, 8-4.
So one of the reasons why we are having this close ball game, and we're taking a look at the Barba show that we had in the first 2 quarters. So it is 9 points. O'Malley inside with his 7. Enoch Valdez, the 3 in the second quarter, resulting in his 6 points. Wow, 16 points. Rayson off the bench with his 8, and Ariar contributing 4 for Letran. I do believe some of those numbers will really pick up when we enter the second half of this ball game. And of course, we just would like to make mention that after this, it's going to be La Salle and Ateneo. And taking a look at the team standings right now, focus it on Group A, where itong panig ng Letran with their 4-1 win-loss card, and Lyceum right there in the middle with a 3-2 win-loss card. So far, Perpetual doing their thing here. Only 1 loss so far and 6 wins, leading the pack of all the teams in the NCAA sa ating Group A. La Salle still unbeaten, 7-0 sa Group B naman tayo. And Ateneo right there at the bottom with a 0-2 win-loss card. Kailan lang kasi sila? Last week lang sila nag-start ng kanilang game, ano? So we're going to be taking a break, and when we come back, we resume the hostilities between these two teams, Letran and Lyceum. All right, back here at the Filoil EcoOil Center in San Juan. It's going to be the second half of action. Letran and Lyceum battling. And yes, we have seen plenty of people slowly but surely packing in this venue here in San Juan in big anticipation of what's up ahead. So Animo La Salle and one big fight for Ateneo. That's what's going to happen. We're all excited to cover that for you, but that comes later. In the meantime, we're also thrilled and excited to bring you this close ball game that we have between these two teams, ang Letran at ang Lyceum. Benji Santiago, Coach Mike Perez, Sara Asido at courtside. Here we go with more basketball action for this particular ball game. It's Letran with the possession. Kevin Santos.
Middle ball screen here.
They lost it. Umali. Whoa, touch passing here. Enoch Valdez just missed the pass, and right now they'll settle for a half-court offense.
Yeah, one of the things that's surprising in the first half for Lyceum is that we talked about Enoch Valdez not going for threes. He's made 2 in the first half. Letran now trying to, I guess, bench parang stay away from the middle ball game, you know.
Yeah, they're trying to find the range from the outside.
Right.
Look at them go inside, but Umali is right there. Anong magagawa ko kung malaki ako?
Oh, yeah. But that was a good clear on the left side of the floor. But, you know, having Umali right there as the rim protector, medyo may challenge ng konti yan.
Kevin Santos, there was that body contact.
Yep.
Clean upstairs. And 2 free throws for Kevin, who makes the first one.
And you mentioned earlier about everybody anticipating that LaSalle Ateneo that's coming up next after this game. But supporters also from the Lyceum team, as we know, some people are watching. Isel Velasco and Joey Vitug watching here. Isel, of course, coming from Lyceum and one of the really good coaches down in the South watching the game. So enjoy the game, Coach Isel, and good luck to your local tournaments.
39 all.
There you go again on that low block.
Umali lost it on the way up. Chance for Letran to take the lead once again in this ball game.
It's really just different pagka si Kurt Ration yung tumatakbo ng offense ng Letran. You know? It's a little bit more faster. The movement's much, I guess, intentional. Dito medyo nangangapa sila kung ano yung next movement after the first, I guess, the first stagger. Once again, they go to that chase action.
Valdez with a basketball. Sizing up the situation. Oh, yun lang.
Bad pass
Aviles
right
was
there.
not ready for the pass out.
Yeah. On that side ball screen din sa kay Umali, they couldn't go to him on the low block because nando sa corner si Peñafiel so medyo crowded yung area na yun. Not unless they want to attack him on a different scheme, maybe like a shake action.
39 all.
Oh, good steal.
Enoch coming up with a steal. Good save.
Ang lalayo ng pasa ng
Kaya
Lyceum. Parang halos lahat.
Kaya na naman, no?
Sinesave, no?
Jumper, Enoch Valdez. Gets
Oh.
there we go, the long 2.
Oh, and that jumper's in sync today for Enoch Valdez.
LPU ahead by 2, 41-39. Alarcon setting up the play here. Down goes his defender, Alarcon.
Oh, wow.
Ooh. Faking a foul.
Number 18, Vincent Cunanan for the second infraction of faking a foul.
Oh, wow.
Kunanan.
Sayang you have momentum going pa naman on your side, no?
Kiniklaim naman niya na yung tuhod ni Alarcon was right in the middle. Oh, you know. And sabi niya,
yeah.
I got hit in the groin area.
Oh, yeah. But I don't see
I-
that much. Parang it's
hindi
not
naman
enough.
umangat
Not enough force to cause him to fall down that way.
But that's a sensitive area in our
Yeah,
bodies,
sa bagay.
ano?
Sa bagay. That's an area you don't want to get hit.
Totoo. Kanti lang masakit eh.
Naalala ko tuloy nung sumakay ako ng bus dati. Ayoko na ikwento.
So technical free throw being taken here. The Squahow who ups his numbers.
Yeah, and as that foul was called, he was actually rising for a three and he made it si Quaho kanina, diba?
He's got 17. Squahow,
Yeah.
leading scorer for Letran.
And finally, we see Kyle on the floor for the very first time.
Shaded area jumper won't go. Who's got the basketball here? Still Letran.
Oh, good steal.
Can't complete the fast break. Nevertheless, a foul given up here by Alarcon.
And the presence of mind of Peñafiel to immediately go to the attack.
There's that contact on his shoulder.
Yeah. Left-handed player pero try to lay it up with the right to bait for that extra foul. Kaya lang hindi niya na-convert.
Unable with that first for Peñafiel.
Oh, empty.
And the looks of things that are happening here for this particular ball game serves a very, very good appetizer for what's ahead.
And free throw is going to be a topic on the next practice, I'm sure, of Lyceum. Right now, they're shooting 50%.
LPU once again, Kunanan.
There you go.
O'Malley underneath.
Oh, good
He's
block.
blocked. Kevin Santos, but Elk is left open in the corner, overshoots. Offensive rebound here for Letran. Kevin Santos off the window.
Kevin Santos just at the right place and the right time. Hindi siya na-box out nung wide body ni Umali.
6 points for Kevin Santos in this ball game.
Oh, that's gonna be a foul.
Oo naman.
Too much activity up high against Santos.
So we just heard the name Kurt Grayson mentioned as he enters the ball game. So is Barba here for LPU.
14 seconds on the shot.
So we're going to be observing that kind of play that Letran have when they have itong si we call this si Rayson
Yeah.
executing their playmaking here.
Yeah.
O'Malley from the outside this time around. Can't knock it down. Kevin Santos with the rebound. Letran ahead by one.
Yeah, that time Letran turning to the zone defense. Of course, when you talk about that and you speak of Letran, sure, Coach Monkey has got something to be part of that design.
Rayson. No basketball when he moves on, and it will stay for Letran. They got 7 on their shot clock.
I like this trio of Rayson, Tolentino, and Quaho. Oh, but Quaho now goes down goes back to the bench.
Needs a breather. He's got a total of 17 points in the ball game. A 3 on its way. Can't get it to go for Letran, and here comes Lyceum.
But eventually, Kyle's gonna get those. He really just needs to get into the flow of the game.
Here's Barba.
Oh, wow.
Bali
Look
comes
at
down
that
with a rebound. Bali puts it up, banks it in.
See how he went up nang walang sumabay kahit sino. Kita mo yung leg power, talagang antaas eh.
So we got a seesaw battle going on here in the third period.
And right now, Letran really just couldn't find any opportunity inside as the size and the heft of the Pirates really preventing any shade attack from them.
Goal fielded back in para sa Letran. It's LPU with the lead. With the basketball, behind the back from Villegas. The mid-range jumper that goes in. Montano knocking it down for his first basket in the ball game.
And how about that behind the back pass?
LPU takes their lead up to 3 right now.
Little motion weak here for Letran.
Kevin Santos can't get away from the wide-bodied O'Malley. Nice spin move. Well, it's going to be a foul here on Letran. That'll be Kyle Tolentino picking up his first.
Barba
Oh, si
continuing.
Rafael go?
Yeah, I think it was go as he spun.
Si Kyle kasi is the one who went
Went
up.
yeah. Went up, yeah. He got hit as he spun. But I feel on that last offensive set, maybe the Knights need a little bit more of patience to have that set develop. There could have been a pin down for Kyle to see him get that 3 from the top. Yung sa loob lang kasi yung tinignan nila eh.
46-42 right now for LPU.
That's gonna be another
And
foul.
a foul is going to be called here. It's Villegas ang tinawagan.
Yun yung mga sayang na foul eh, no? Yung anlayo sa court,
Kaya nga,
no?
parang wala pa mangyayari.
Yeah, hindi naman threat to score. And you have to give that up. He's really just setting up the table. See here, he just came off a spin and you fouled him. Wala na siyang dribble, he's picked it up, no other option but to pass. And you fouled him. You just, gave him a free pass.
A warning on Coach Gilbert Malabanan for resentment.
There you go.
How about that? Deo Cuajao has been, it's turning out to be a habit for him shooting
Right.
those 3-pointers.
Yeah, that play started with that back pick by Rayson to set up that pin down on the other side once he get that ball on the top. And Cuajao really just responding to that call.
He's got 20 points in the ball game, and that's already his, fourth 3-pointer? As Kurt Rayson lets it fly.
Twice Kurt has a tantrum from outside, and he's been empty so far.
Here's the 3 and the wood. Set gets it to go. And Nat Fuentes for his first basket, and it's a big one as they take a 4-point lead right now, 49-45 against Letran.
And Lyceum now going 4 out of 16 from 3. First time we're seeing that ball on the post for Letran.
Close range, nothing there. Coming down with that rebound. Sean O'Malley. John Barba extends the lead of LPU right now. 51-45, 2.5 remaining. Coach Renzi Bahar has seen enough as he calls a timeout.
Nasa Pirates nga ang kalamangan, 51-45. Expect the Pirates to be more aggressive on their defense. Sabi nga ni Coach Gilbert, kapag magandang depensa nila, paniguradong susunod na ang opensa nila. Ngayong second half nga ay bibigyan nila ng focus ang big man nila at sasabayan pa ng pagpigil sa scorers ng Letran. Benji and Coach Mike.
All right. Well, basically, that's basic. Ano? Sabi nga, walang malas sa depensa. Just
Correct.
execute the defense. We got our game plan going on, and for sure naman, susunod na dyan yung offense. And it's turning out to be a pretty, very good instruction coming from Coach Gilbert. And his boys are responding very well as they take a 6-point lead right now, 51-45. And Coach Renzi Bahar, let's see naman ang adjustment na gagawin dito ng Letran.
Tulad nga sabi mo kanina, this has been a chess match game between these two coaches too. Iba't iba yung point of attack,
Exactly,
eh, no?
tama. LPU nga sumusubok na rin from the outside, di
Yeah,
ba?
right.
So they made 4 3-pointers so far in this ball game. Samantala sa kabila si Quahao. It's got a sweet spot from beyond the arc. How about this? A runner that won't go.
Oh, good block.
But they still have the basketball, and those second servings have been doing wonders for LPU in this ball game.
Tsaka kita mo, komportable sa mid-range game itong mga players ng LPU. The way they take that shot, mid-post, even challenge, napaka-komportable.
35 rebounds against 22, favoring Lyceum.
Finally, Quahao miss.
Rafael Gon tinawag. Naku, pang-apat na
Pang-apat
pala
na
yun.
yan. Yeah, pang-apat na yan. But they're making him stay inside.
This has got to be the largest lead in this ball game. An 8-point advantage for the LPU Pirates. And they have the basketball, can increase it further. Double-digit lead right now. It's Fuentes giving LPU a 10-point lead, 55-45. So after that timeout ni Coach Renzi, wala pa rin nangyari.
Yep.
It's LPU pa ang score. Ito naman, nagkakapi na naman uli sa ere. Ito si Kurt Rayson, pero it did not fall for him. Umali falls down, lost his balance, lost the basketball. Letran at the other end.
Oh, wow.
Tumapik lang, kumalabit lang, nakadepensa pa. How do you like that?
Good timing there.
Not Fuentes. Look at that.
Yeah. He knew that Gather was going to come and just waited for that ball to be seen and just tipped it outside.
Sometimes you can either get away with it or no.
Yeah.
But at that time, Fuentes doing the right thing. They have a 10-point lead here in the third. Less than a minute remaining. Kurt Rayson firing away long distance, long and strong, getting it back.
And the percentage now going down here from 3 para dito sa Letran.
Rayson lines up the 3, still can't get it fall.
Yeah, Kurt's now 0 out of 4 from there.
And here comes LPU with that finish. Barba making it a 12-point lead already here for Lyceum.
Do you see how Barba was in control all throughout, even airborne, again with a defender in front? Just making it look real easy.
He had that look, confidence that he could get that basket. Seconds ticking away here in the third. And Letran finding themselves down. Digging a hole, Umali with a shot block. 3 seconds remaining here. LPU still have the time. That three-pointer, almost. What a big quarter here for the LPU Pirates, doing their thing inside and outside, getting those rebounds. Letran, well, not exactly. Here they have found themselves struggling to contain the big man Omali. Quahao still has got the hot hand for Letran, but somehow LPU just those higher percentage shots and netting them with this largest lead in the game, 57-45. Welcome back to the Filoil EcoOil Center in San Juan. They got their popcorns, they got their drinks, they got their gadgets. And of course, what are they waiting for? The next game that we're offering you. You can't afford to miss it. It's La Salle, a classic rivalry with Ateneo. That's what's going to happen after this ball game as we enter the final 10 minutes. And LPU seems to be in control here in the second half. Coach Mike?
Yup, and you know, like what we said earlier, it seems Quaho's gone cold. And that somehow has impacted the way that the Knights have been attacking. Kasi kanina with him making shots from the outside, medyo hindi clogged yung lane eh. So without that outside sniping, makes life easier defensively para dito sa Pirates.
Quaho has got 20 points and not exactly getting a lot of touches here in the second half.
Yeah.
And another steal here for LPU as they will open up the scoring here in the fourth quarter. And still furtherly increasing their lead here. Up 14 right now, 59-45.
Somehow parang there's really not just enough movement on the off ball para dito sa Letran. Once they get that ball on that two-man side, there's supposed to be what's called a gaggle action on the other end of the three-man wherein you have that wing cutting to the strong side corner and that corner guy lifting. Walang nangyayaring ganun eh. They were just seeing that diagonal cut pero wala yung lift ng corner.
Well, there are instances when we are seeing teams just being too careful.
Yep.
Those could actually happen.
Yeah. But, you know, having those movement actually gives you a different point of attack offensively. So everybody's got to be on the same page.
Well, LPU, it's like they could read everything that Letran has to offer.
Yeah.
And Montano adds up in another three-pointer. Now they're shooting from the outside. If this starts to really heat up for LPU, you said they're known as a team who can pound it inside to score. But right now they're getting those outside shots to fall for them too. And don't look now.
Right.
This is a big 17-point advantage and a lead for the Lyceum Pirates. And Letran could not get anything, even at close range. Should they go again in transition? Sayang lang,
Sayang lang, yeah. And to your point, Bench, that you were mentioning earlier, if they continue to hit that from the outside, imagine those defenders closing out and leaving Umali inside. Boy, that's gonna be favor a lot to the Pirates.
Kasi nga, lagi sila dun sa higher percentage shot, mas malapit sa basket. That's matic for them. That's automatic.
Correct.
And then all of a sudden, they find themselves finding the range, shooting from beyond the arc, and those are beginning to fall for them. And this is the result.
Exactly.
Letran has got to find something else or somebody who could get them back in this ball game. Kurt Rayson has missed a lot of those three-point shots. He's got to be staying with his playmaking abilities here. This is a forced shot.
Yeah.
They did set up a play there. And here comes LPU once again, playing more organized here in the second half. Mid-range jumper, Barba with a miss.
Tsaka parang there's no thrust on the offense of Letran eh. Parang they're just going through the motions.
Ito yung ano eh, parang nag-panic mode na.
Yeah.
Nung double-digit lead na yung lamang ng Lyceum.
And you know, this is a must-win for both teams. Well, the reason that we're saying that's because it's got implications on how they end up in the seedings.
Top three will move on to the quarterfinals, coming from both groups, Group A and Group B, or Group 1 and 2, however you would want to classify those two groups, the NCAA group and the UAAP group.
Ay katulad ng kanina, they tried to go to the middle ball screen, but Rafael Go was slow to clear out that side for any opportunity to attack. Kaya wala nangyari. Well, that's good. If that's on Rafael Go, he's done for the night.
Well, Rafael Go could not get himself going, and he's gone right now in this ball game. 5 fouls.
Pointing to the clock here.
They turn it over. That's the 13th turnover of Lyceum.
20 seconds on the shot.
Just a tap out.
It's probably going to be a pin down here for Alarcon. And then a lift on the other corner for Quahao as they go for that box set.
We got a lull here. Referees consulting with our table officials.
Technical foul on number 20, Lance Villegas, for the third infraction of faking a foul.
Faking a foul again.
Wow.
That's the third called on LPU.
And yun yung ano, naging difference maker sa how the game is played nowadays. Ano? Dati, unlimited yung faking of uy, ref!
Kaya nga,
Alam mo yun?
nung araw, maraming basketball player ang naging artista.
Ayun.
Diba? Yun
Tama
yun eh.
naman. Ang galing palang umarte.
The likes of Atoy ko, diba? Yung Alvin Patrimonio, mga naging artista, diba?
Philip Cesar,
Yes.
nag-movie rin yan. Who now coaches for the San Juan Knights.
Kobe Bryant Bonnet, they need more of those firepower from the outside to get them back in this ball game. But look at this, Sean O'Malley. Grabe, lalaki nito, nauuna pa sa takbuhan.
Yeah.
Eh, no?
And I guess that really comes from his leg power. No? Yung lakas nung lower body niya is able to carry that weight.
Oo nga. This has got to be his natural weight.
Yeah, I think so.
Yun na yun eh.
And he, he's handling that weight pretty well. Some coaches would say nga before, kahit na yung mga bata is medyo may weight, and even if they lose it, yung movement nila is almost the same pa rin eh, when they had that weight.
Yeah, nasanay na eh.
Nasanay
Yun
na,
yun
right. So yung motor, naging, komportable sa ganong movement.
Just always trying to maintain my body as sexy as possible.
Yun. That's the key word, as possible.
63-49 lead here. Mababawasan yan. Guarino.
Yeah, there's still enough time. They just make a run.
Ito lang naman yung
But
foul.
you can't-
Sa backcourt pa lang, Ken Brillantes picking up another foul there.
But you can't do runs with fouls. So second casualty now for the Knights.
Following Rafael Go, Ken Brillantes fouling out of the game.
Kurt Rayson still rides the bench though.
Those are two big guys that they have lost already in this game.
Yeah.
And with that time remaining, 5 minutes and 53, Enoch Valdez is back in the ball game.
Well, you can tell that the coaching staff of Letran trying some things out here because, given the situation that we're in, under a normal, huge, situation, they would be fielding in itong sila Tolentino. Unless they're trying something out. Diba?
Imagine like Kyle Tolentino being fielded late in the ball game.
Yeah.
We got a timeout on the floor here. It's a 12-point lead being enjoyed here by the Lyceum of the Philippines University Pirates.
Palace Beach Sportswear, the official outfitter, Flash Express, and Haynes.
Lamang
Hawak pa rin ng Pirates ang lamang 63-51. Heart of a champion. Yan ang meron ng Letran Knights. Sabi nga ni Kurt Rayson, dala nila lagi ang winning attitude nila. Mabigat din ang pressure sa kanila bilang champion sa kanilang liga. Pero alam ni Kurt na consistency ang kailangan para makuha rin nila ang kampyonato dito. Pero sapat na nga kaya bench and Coach Mike para makahabol sila sa laro ngayon?
Well, for one thing, kailangan talaga. They need some baskets, multiple baskets and multiple stops. And itong hindi lang yung pressure of being a champions itong Letran eh.
Right.
Yung pressure din na nararamdaman ni Coach Renzi Bahar as their new
New
head
coach,
coach na,
right,
di ba? Picking up from Coach Bonnie Tan. They have slowly but surely built some small dynasty that's beginning to really grow big in the NCAA.
And Coach Renzi also wants to test the guys on the floor, given the situation. You know, with under 6 minutes remaining and you're down 12, how do you guys respond?
Yep. Wow, this ball game is really being investigated on so
many
different
reviews,
levels.
right? Yeah, so many reviews.
Talagang parang all of a sudden under a microscope.
Oh, yeah. I remember my biology days. Under the microscope. Two subjects that I hated most when I was studying.
Ikaw naman, no?
Chemistry and biology. Grabe ang hirap. Yung mga phylum, mga kingdom sila enterata.
Merong mga favorite naman yung mga yan.
Meron din, pero not me. Just to spell out those names, medyo, you know. Oh, good pin down screen here for Quahao.
He missed that shot from the outside. Nanlamig na nga yata. Teo Quahao. Who still leads all scorers in this ball game. Some outside sniping back earlier in this one, but Enoch Valdez trying to get closer. He dribbled off his foot, lost it. Here comes Letran the other way. Oh!
That pass
and they threw it away.
Yeah. He had that corner filled and Quahao was really just waiting, but miscalculated.
Well, people are coming in dito sa ating venue here in San Juan. I'm just wondering kung saan sila nagpark.
Yeah.
Too unselfish.
Yeah.
Pero yun nga lang, it backfired.
Well, he had the right thing in mind, but that pass was way behind Aviles. Could have been a little bit more to the right towards that freer spot.
Well, Letran being given another opportunity here to pile up the points in order for them to get back in this ball game. 12-point lead. Anything is still possible with that time remaining. 4:25.
There you go.
Oh, wow. Enoch Valdez,
exactly.
quick hands. And then, can't finish, but he's fouled. He's going to be shooting 2 free throws.
That's exactly what I was mentioning earlier. As they swing that ball to the other side of the floor, that corner keeps staying on there. And, you know, you're not stopping Enoch Valdez with that much momentum.
You know, Letran has 9 steals as compared to the 8 of LPU. But the timely steals that LPU has been doing here and finding Letran, okay, nagkakabul kayo. And sometimes, hindi ko masabing careless eh. Sometimes they're just being too careful and all of a sudden, well read by the defenders ng LPU eh.
Yeah. And the turnovers, you know, Lyceum is making them pay because of the 12 turnovers converted to 11 points by Lyceum.
And that's beginning to sink para rito sa panig ng, yung parang panic mode na pinapasok na yun ng Letran. Shooting a couple of 3-point shots did not fall. They're still trying. I don't know how they're going to be doing this offense right now, but the long 2, that's okay.
Well, finally we get to see Alarcon. That's going to be an elbow to the chin. I think that's going to be Peñafiel. I'm going to call for that. Villegas, rather.
Well, somehow that's a stop for Letran. So take a look at this jumper from inside the key by Alarcon.
Yeah. Good snake dribble there by Alarcon.
Lead has been cut down to 10, 3.5 remaining. They could get themselves within just a single-digit deficit. Here goes an up-balance shot. Hindi namang move na yun. Parang hinihintay yung pito ng referee.
Yeah, and they keep forcing it right through the body of the defender of Lyceum. Pwede naman straight up na jumper na lang eh, no?
There's a push. Guarino is going to be called for this.
And the coaching staff can't be happy with that because they already had him inside that trap area. Should have just stopped him. Didn't need to be fouled. One thing that coaches also teach is that you don't want to get beat sideline because if you get beat sideline, they see the floor more clearly. Pag nalampasan yung depensa na yun, which is exactly what happened in that situation here for Conanan.
Si Guarino naman, another big guy who just picked up his fourth candidate pa for graduation.
Yeah. Malayo pa naman ang commencement, no?
I don't know. Pero dalawa na yung graduate sa kanila. Ang bilis eh.
Pero marami
promotion.
Yep, correct. Pero marami nagmo-moving up na lately. Oh, wow.
Oh, they got the ball back.
Yeah.
And now it's down to 8. So Guarino. So sabi niya, I might as well concentrate on offense right now since I'm in foul trouble. I got 4.
Yeah. And Coach Gilbert not taking any chances. He's bringing back Umali.
Uh-oh, almost a turnover. Shot clock down to 5. Oh, bailed out. Oh, it's an offensive foul.
Oh, yeah, I think on that screen, too.
Looking at this move, they had to hurry up. And as it turned out, ball will go Letran's way. When we come back right after this timeout, the lead has been cut down to 8. That's LPU's still ahead in this game. And all of a sudden, the hottest selling merchandise here in this venue is the popcorn.
Mas lalo na mamaya.
2 minutes and 21. And then this venue is just about to, well, really go up with a lot of energy coming from the supporters of both teams who's going to be playing against each other. Of course, we're talking about Ateneo and La Salle.
All-important possession here.
Wow! That's going to be a 4-point play for Letran. Wow! Hot and cold, hot and cold. Now he's hot again.
Yeah, now they did it the right way here. They had that corner lift over to that elbow as that ball was going middle. That was the right move. And Umali was just late. I'm sure pretty much si Umali, kung hindi si Quahao yun, hindi siya mag-close out But he knows it's Quahao, so he had to challenge that shot.
He attracts the defense. He's been shooting hot. He completes a 4-point play right now.
That's when your weight goes against you. Hirap control airborne.
Last 2 minutes.
25 points already for Teo Quahao.
Yeah.
And the lead has been cut down to 4.
Ito yung gustong makita rin ni Coach Renzi, how much fight do these guys have in them.
Never underestimate the heart of a champion.
That's right.
LPU is taking care of a 4-point lead.
You see that zone here.
Corner 3 had to put up a shot. It's a miss. Another opportunity here for Letran. What a comeback.
Yep, a lot of basketball here.
Down by as much as 17.
Same movement. Couldn't get that shot though.
Lyceum. Some hustle play. Ball tapped out.
Yeah, but Quao had the right thing in mind. He hit a shot earlier similar to that movement, diba? When he stopped and popped. But this time, it really just didn't go in. Important thing now is for them to get a stop.
81 seconds in this ball game. Enoch Valdez will cross the midcourt line.
Now you can't make Enoch go right and go middle because that's his strong suit.
Well, they go to Sean O'Malley right now at the low block. Sean O'Malley. Sooner or later, he was expecting somebody's going to foul me.
Yep. And you see, once that ball got on the post on O'Malley, there was a double on the high side, and Monhe was waiting on the baseline side in case O'Malley spins baseline.
Pero tama yung desisyon ni Sean O'Malley.
Yep.
Penalty na eh. As he makes the first free throw.
O'Malley's got double-double actually, bench 10 and 13, 11 and 13 now to go with 2 assists.
Triple-double if you consider his weight also. No, but this big guy can carry himself, you know, like he's playing that, not exactly the way you would look at him, his size and everything. Look at him take a three-point shot, but it's long and strong. And Letran, that's just a 2-possession game here. 43 seconds remaining. They need a basket, Letran.
Need a basket quick.
Wow.
That 2-for-1's gone now.
Corner 3, this one is short. And Lyceum getting that rebound. In the corner, double teamed. Time management for LPU, just taking care of a 5-point lead. With a difficult turnaround. Look, it turned out to be a pass, not a shot. And John Barba, right place at the right time near the basket. Letran will call a timeout. 6.4 seconds remaining here. And it's a 3-possession game after all. The lead for LPU. Well, you know what's going to happen next, and everybody knows about it too, inside this Filoil EcoOil Center in San Juan. And they got green outfits. And you know who they're rooting for. 66-59. LPU has already got this in the bag. But of course, for Coach Renzi Bahar, it's more of the execution. How are they going to execute their half-court offense here? Coming up with a basket.
This is really more situational now.
Ito yan. So let's see if they could score here. But play broken up here by LPU, also doing their thing on defense, even down to the last second of this ball game. And as it turns out, it's going to be the 4th win for LPU and the 2nd loss for Letran. This is the result, 66-59, a victory here for the Lyceum, the Philippines University Pirates.
Yeah,
and so many sterling performances that we've seen here in this ball game. But for LPU, the big fella.
Yeah.
Sean O'Malley doing his thing inside. And he created a lot of problems for Letran here in this ball game.
And when the Knights were chipping in, Coach Gilbert says, you go back in, Sean.
Yep. There were so many dramas also that have happened here in this ball game. But as it turns out, it's still LPU. Sabi nga natin, higher percentage shots. They were going for those attack basket modes. And it really proved to be very, very good for them.
Yep.
And a good result here. Sean Amali is the best player of this ball game. How do you like that?
And he's really just been unstoppable inside the shaded area. I mean, you saw him push that ball also when he tried to be a point forward in open floor.
Well, what a ball game this has turned out to be. I was already making mention that this is turning out to be a chess match. And indeed, they quickened the pace in the second half of action. It was back in the third period when LPU went right ahead, being more aggressive here and taking the big lead up to 17. The mighty comeback of Letran as champions in the NCAA, but still coming up short against LPU's tenacity and great defense. So stand by. It's going to be La Salle versus Ateneo when we return for more of the action. Where else but right here, the 16th Filoil EcoOil Preseason Cup.